Hey guys, welcome back to our second video for today. So I have a very important announcement, but before I go into the announcement, first, so yesterday we gave out 2 tickets. The first one, we saw what happened. Literally, only one game cut that first ticket. Tunisia losing shockingly, and I made a mistake, right? I made a mistake. The thing with North Africa is there are only two or three teams. It's Morocco, Algeria, and there's one other team there that performs, right? So those are the only teams you would expect consistent performances from them. So, but it happens. It's a cup competition. You never can tell their true strengths at the end of the day. But we tried. But then the rollover ticket was very successful, as you guys can see here. That one delivered, and as I said, for those of you who participated in the rollover, you can get yourself some chicken, some beans with rice, some banku with stew, for the Ghanaians and the South Africans, you can do some, some braai. Okay, it's interesting. It's really interesting. Okay, and then one more thing. So as you guys can see, accuracy is really high. But if you want to win consistently, at least 5 out of 7 days, or even 6 out of 7 days, I would encourage you to join our VIP, because instead of providing 2 tickets, in the VIP we provide a single ticket. So if you can join, that would be really great. And then for more details, check out our Telegram channel. My contact detail is in our Telegram channel. You can scroll up, you'll find my contact detail, and then you can message me about anything you want to know about it. So for today too, we've put together a total of 3 plus odds. So the first one is 2 odds, and then the second one is another rollover. So we are kickstarting another rollover for another 3 days of high profit for you guys to buy some chicken and enjoy yourselves. So the very first game here for the normal 2 odds is from the Asian Cup. It's Lebanon versus China. So we need to look at Lebanon's overall form. They've lost twice, drawn twice, and won just once. So literally the only game Lebanon has won in its last 5 games has been won, right? And it was a friendly game against Jordan in their home that they were able to win by 2 goals to 1. But every other game they have lost or drawn. Now we check China. When they play in a neutral ground, China has lost twice. Okay, and understandably, because they played away to New Zealand, and we know New Zealand is a strong team. They also played Oman, and we know Oman nearly defeated Saudi Arabia yesterday. You guys saw it. And their head-to-head shows that it's a fixture that China has dominated. China has beaten this team before. So China may not necessarily win this game, but we expect them to. But they won't lose. That's guaranteed. Unless maybe there is a red card or a funny VAR decision or something. So, but our prediction is firm and strong that China will win or draw this fixture in 90 minutes at odds of 1.30. The next fixture we have is from the Spain Copa del Rey. So we need to look at Girona at home. As you guys can see, this team has been very excellent. 4 wins and 1 draw. Now against this Rayo team away from home, Rayo has won 3 times and lost twice. But it's interesting that most of Rayo's wins came in cup competitions, right? As opposed to Girona that has won most of its games in very competitive fixtures. It's key that we look at their head-to-head, right? And we should also remember that Girona became a top force very recently, just this season. And previously, when they weren't even in good form, they still had a slightly better record against Rayo. They've only lost twice to Rayo, but every other game they have either won them or drawn. So the prediction for this game is simple. We are double chancing Girona to win or draw this fixture in 90 minutes at odds of 1.20. The next game we have here is from the England FA Cup. It's Everton versus Crystal Palace. Now we need to look at Everton at home. It's really interesting that Everton's last 5 matches has seen only 2 losses at home, and one of those losses came against Manchester City, and we know who Manchester City is. And the other loss came at the end of 90 minutes, which was outside of the 90 minutes regulation time. So technically, Everton has only lost 1 game in its last 5 home matches, which is really interesting. And to make it to really capture how excellent they've been at home, they've beaten a number of teams. They've beaten the likes of Chelsea and Newcastle at home. That's how formidable this Everton team has been. And then you look at Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace has been in all sorts of form away from home. 2 losses, 2 draws, and just 1 win away from home. And that 1 win came when they played Burnley, a team that is, I think, currently number 19th also. And of course, head-to-head favors Everton to pull the strings this time around, because they have never lost to Crystal Palace at home. So it's going to be a very interesting fixture. And what makes it even more interesting is the first round of the very first game that was played in Crystal Palace home ended in a 0-0 draw. And you would expect that with Everton playing at home now, having the advantage, Everton should definitely win or draw at the end of 90 minutes. So based on this rationale, we are pretty confident that this fixture will finish in Everton winning or drawing in 90 minutes at odds of 1.25. And of course, you have the booking codes here, the Sportsbet booking codes, the 1xBet booking code for your benefit. The next fixture we have here is from the Africa Cup of Nations. This is for the 1.5 rollover for your chicken, okay, or for your panini, your banku, whatever you want to do with it after 3 days. And we have Morocco, okay. We have Morocco. Their last 5 overall matches has seen Morocco winning all of it. Morocco hasn't lost anyone. Morocco hasn't lost any one of it. And then we compare with Tanzania. Tanzania too has been in good form when they've played from a neutral location. They've drawn most of their matches. Oh wow, they played Zanzibar. That's interesting. Zanzibar, I didn't know it's okay, that's interesting. So they've drawn most of their matches, as you've seen. Okay. And head-to-head favors Morocco. Morocco has beaten this team every time they have met them. So again, for purposes of this prediction, because we've seen what happened with Tunisia yesterday, we are double chancing Morocco. Let's not take chances again, guys. So we are double chancing Morocco. Morocco is pretty strong. They won't lose. If worse should come to worse, it's just gonna be a draw. So a draw no bet for Morocco is priced at 1.07. Then the next fixture we have here is Blackpool versus Nottingham Forest, which is the England FA Cup. Now we look at Blackpool. Blackpool has been very excellent at home. They haven't lost a single game. Now you look at Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest has been okay. I mean, since their new coach came, they've been pretty okay. Since the new coach came over, and it's interesting that the first match involving these two, which was the first tie, ended in a 2-2 draw, and that wasn't particularly surprising when you consider how excellent Blackpool has been overall. So now that Blackpool will be welcoming Nottingham, it's not going to be an easy game for Nottingham Forest, and head-to-head definitely shows that this has never been an easy game for Nottingham Forest. This game has seen Blackpool win a couple of times and also draw. So the prediction is very simple. We are giving Blackpool a 3 goals handicap at odds of 1.09. The final fixture is from the Asian Cup. It's Tajikistan versus Qatar. So you look at Qatar away from home, or Qatar when they play in a neutral location. And you realize that Qatar has been very, very excellent, right, when they've played neutrally. They've only lost twice, and to Panama. Panama is very, very strong. They're a very strong team in North and Central America Cup. They're very, very strong. And then they also lost to Haiti. Haiti too is equally strong. But then when they've played teams on their level or teams that they're higher than, they've beaten these teams. So it's going to be a very interesting fixture against a Tajikistan team that has drawn 3 matches and won 2 games. And when we look at the teams they won, Myanmar, what was that? And then Kyrgyzstan. So I mean, it's a game Qatar will win in 90 minutes. We can expect Qatar to win comfortably by 1 or 2 goals to 0 in 90 minutes. So we are predicting a full victory in 90 minutes for Qatar at odds of 1.36. And of course, you have your booking code here for the 1.5 odds. And I want to wish you guys nothing but the very best with this round of matches. Like this video, share with your friends, subscribe to this channel, and I wish you guys the very best and see you tomorrow.